Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be looking at the circular process chart. Now, I am not sure exactly what CXE requires, but I am going to go through two methods to show you how to create a circular process chart, just basically to show you where to find the things that are needed because I don't know what will be required. What I can say though is that there was a previous exam question that was on a brochure. So it was a brochure, and while creating the brochure for that year, the candidates were also asked to put a circular chart. So in my mind, that is what CXE is speaking of. So in that brochure, the candidates were asked to put a circular process chart there, right, while creating that brochure. And based on the outline that was given, this year you'll be getting a brochure as well. This year you'll be getting a circular process chart. So in my mind, I am thinking that you will get something similar to that exam question to do, a brochure with the chart in it. All right, I can link that chart here, that video here, right? But most of you would have looked at it already. I placed it in the community section on my channel and told you to go and watch it for that circular process chart. But I don't think that that would have been enough. I don't know how many persons would have gone and done that. So I'm just doing this quick video just to show you where the tools are to do what it is that you need to. All right. So here I am in Microsoft Word. For me, preliminaries is a must. All right. Although, well, you will be required to do, well, I don't know what you'll be required to do. So let me not even get there. Right. But if you are required to do a brochure, then you know that you would no spacing times New Roman font size 12. You will change your landscape, your orientation rather, to landscape, and put in your columns and you do the work, right? But you'll have to watch that brochure video, right, and follow what your teacher says to you about brochures. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't know if that's how the question will be structured. So what I'm going to be focusing on here is just to show you how to create a simple circular process chart. All right, and then you can do the rest when you get in that exam. All right, so no spacing. I'm still going to go on no spacing nonetheless, although that's not necessary here, right? But practice makes improvement. All right, Times New Roman font size 12. All right, so I'm going to go on insert, and there are two things that I can insert. You can do the circular process chart manually, or you can do it using something known as Smart Art. All right, I'm going to show you both ways. All right, so here I go. So if I'm doing it manually, I will go on insert, and I'm now going on shapes. I do not know the shape that your chart will take in your exam, but I can just come here and show you the shapes that are here. All right, so say for example, you got to do, well, the oval is a popular one, right? So here I have an oval shape. You can widen it. You can put it up. I don't know. All right, so what my instruction to you is look at the question, see what is required. You will know how to structure the shape. Say it's an oval that is required. All right. Then you will know how much of this shape you're going to need. All right. So if I need, for example, 5, so I'm going to copy it, right click, press copy. And then I just 1, 2, so that's 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 of the shape. And then all I need to do now is just to lay them out where I need them to go. All right. Now, if it is that you're doing a brochure, it will not be this wide. I can tell you that from now, it will be much smaller. So I'm going to put one in the center just to have maybe a heading for my chart. All right. Yes, I'm going to keep one in the center. So you just need to do one, and then you copy that and spread it out if the chart is something like this. I say I'm going to do a chart, and let me add text. I'm going to call mine career plan. Okay, So career plan. And then the question will tell me what to do with the text. I've saw a question recently where they asked for you to insert word art inside the box. All right, so you need to go now to insert, and you go to your word art and you insert that word art there. All right, but for this, I'm just doing a simple thing just to show you. So in the box now, look at this. When I press, let me zoom up. When I press enter, you see the big jump? I'm trying to get it in the center, but it's not possible. All right, and reason being, I am on normal. So in each box, I'm on normal. So I'm just going to go and select no spacing, and that's for the boxes, you know, times New Roman, font size 12. All right, it may not get me exactly where I want to go. Let me press enter, but at least it's closer than where it was before. All right, so yeah, so here I am in the box. All right, so I can maybe come down a bit more, right? But let me leave that. So career plan. Now, what are my career plans? What do I need to do for career plan? So the first thing that I need to do when I'm coming up with a career plan, I need to conduct what is called a self-assessment, right? So we do what is called self-assess. And then you know this is on normal. So we do self-assess, right? And then after self-assess, let me fix that. And then you are going to just type what you see in the exam. Follow the instruction that is there. They will tell you whether it's timed New Roman or whatever it is, and what the font size will be, etc. All right, so self-assess. And even so, it's still not looking in the center to me, but we work with that. So self-assess. After you've conducted self-assessment, the next thing you need to do now is to explore your options. So I'm just going to write explore. Explore, right? Let me put this in the center. So self-assess, explore. And again, I'm just taking my time to show you what is to be done here. You will need to work with speed in the exam. All right, so the next option will be maybe the best fit. So self-assess, explore. Now, after we explore, we're going to experience, right? Which is basically to look for opportunities. So I'm just going to write experience. After experience, we are going to take action. All right. So that's what I'm going to have in this box. Take action. All right, and they will tell you whether it needs to be what they call, they will tell you whether it's to be all caps, any caps, bold, etc. All right, so let me zoom out of this. So that's my chart. The next thing I need now is my arrows. So insert, shapes. Now I'm going to look for arrows. All right, so you look now for the arrow or anything that goes in the direction that you want it to go. All right, so I'll see an arrow here. And I'm going to just small it up to where I want it to go. And then I am going to copy this. Copy, so I'll need 1, 2, 3 more. And paste. Alright, and just put them where I want. So I need 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Alright, so the next thing now is that I'm just going to turn it. Just hold it on the green aspect. Let me zoom up again. The green part, and just turn it in the direction that I want it to go. All right. So that's what I'm doing, turning them in the direction that I want them to go. So the next thing is that chances are I may want to add some color or so to this, but that's it, right? This is easy to do. If it's that amount in the exam, it's easy to do. I'm just taking my time to show you what is to be done. All right, so the next thing that you can add some color to it. All right, so I'm going to click on the shape and then maybe select a color. All right, see, I selected this color now and the information in it is too large, and so I'll go home and just decrease this to 11. All right, so you can select various colors. All right, and for this one, and then the arrow, a different color. All right, and that's it for you doing it manually. All right, just using the shapes. Let me zoom out now for you to see what this circular process chart looks like. All right, and that's something like that. All right, but what did I do? I went into insert, I went into shapes, and I look. So you basically go here and look for the shape that your diagram looks like. All right, there are other shapes that are there. You just click and you use a shape that you know, goes with the question that you have, and you do whatever needs to be done. So I'm just gonna do this a different way. So say you are in an exam and you're strapped for time. What do? So you go to insert. If you do not want to do it manually like what I have done, you can go to something known as Smart Art. By selecting Smart Art, you are able to see various designs that you can select, right? So you just go here and see if you see anything looking like what you have to do in that examination. All right, so here I see one similar to what it is that we have done a while ago. So I'm just going to select, so I'm on cycle, right? I'm just going to select that and press OK. All right, so I'm just going to drag this down on the page, move it from over the one that I just did. All right, let me undo. And just let that one go down on the next page, and then focus on the other one on this one. All right, so there it is down there. All right, so let's go back now to what we were doing a while ago. So insert, Smart Art, and we saw cycle and this one. Press OK. Here it is. So all we're required to do is to put in our information. All right, the ribbon shows you the layouts that are here. You can select the various styles that you want, right? The various styles that you want. Other layouts are there, right? So if you don't want it to be circle and you want it to look something like this, other layouts are there to choose from, and then the down arrow will give us other layouts. All right, so that's there. Now we can always add a shape. See, I just added, we had 5 and I added one more, right? In that shape I can add a bullet, right? So if it is that I'm writing a heading and I have sub points to it, I can add bullets there, right? There's something known as a text pane that I can go. So the text pane allows me to write. So if I write here, I see, let me zoom up, right? I see text right here. So anything I put here will go in the box. So for example, I have self-assess, right? So if I type self-assess here, it will go in the box, right? Or I could go in a box and write take action, and it will come up in the text pane. All right, so you can use that, you don't have to use that. All right, now so let me just quickly get this how it is that I want it. All right, So based on memory, we had one in the center. So let me put back that one in the center. Zoom up. So we had one in the center. Let me quickly go down. One in the center and 4. So we have one in the center. We need 4. 1, 2. So I press something known as demote, and demote basically takes it away. So now I have 4. I have the arrow here. I don't want this arrow here. All right. So I'm going to remove it. All right, put it there. All right. So what happens is that we need now this 4 boxes to look like the one that we did before. So I'm just gonna drag them to where I want them to be. All right, and then add the text afterwards. All right, so this arrow, let me just fix up this arrow here. Alright, so we can always fix them how we want them. Alright, so that arrow, alright, so that's looking like it. Alright, so we have self-assess, then we had explore. After explore, I think we had experience. Alright, experience and take action. So that is it. And then in the center, I think I had career plan. Career plan. All right, so that's it. So this is just basically showing you how to use the smart art. Let me zoom out of this. All right, so you can move these shapes where you want them. You can copy them, extend them. Yeah, this looks like it's too much to get everybody looking the same size. Right, this one doesn't look like the same size. And then this one. Alright, so apart from that, my boxes, my circles rather, I tend to be a perfectionist. I don't know if you realize that about me. So I would like everything to be okay before I end the video. All right, but basically this video is just to show you where to find the tools that you need to create what you need to do in that exam. All right, so that is it. All right, let me quickly go back down. So this is how I created my process chart manually. All right, career plan, self-assessment, explore, experience, take action. That's manually. And then this is how I did it using smart art. Now there's many more. Remember, with the smart art you can always change the way that the thing looks. Right, you can also change the color of it. All right, add color and do what it is that you want to do with it. Right, so it doesn't have to be one way. All right, and stuff like that. All right, yeah, and that's it. So nothing much to it. All you're required to do in the exam, see the pattern that they give you, see the shape, basically the pattern, that's what I'm talking, the shape that is required to be used, select the shape and you can duplicate it more than once based on how many you have there on the paper. Duplicate it that amount of times, spread it out where you need it to go, and insert information in it. In a case like this, you'll be required to watch your capitalization, see on your capitalization and your font. All right, and that's it. Using Smart Art, using shapes and Smart Art to do a process chart. Do hope that you learned something here today, and again, you can watch that brochure video that I have with the other process chart in it that CXE actually gave for you to get an idea of how they structure it. All right, thank you all for watching, and see you in my next upload as I try each and every time to make EDPM simple. Goodbye.